After nearly 2 years since going into effect, Mobile County Sheriff wants to change Alabama's permitless carry law. And Sheriff Paul Burch wants anyone under 21 years old to be required to buy a concealed weapons permit. Now, currently, anyone 19 and older can carry without a permit. Before the law went into effect, Sheriff Burch was concerned about that change.
I don't really see any pros from a law enforcement standpoint. What it has done, in a sense, is tie our hands with some of the tools that we would typically use. I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but on a no pistol permit arrest, we could probably cite several dozen cases just this year that murders have been solved, drive-by shootings have been solved.
Alabama was the 25th state to approve a permitless carry law.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here. Let's talk a little bit about a thing that is never going to happen. Yes, you have sheriffs across this state who have constantly brought up things about concealed carry over and over and over again. Well, the state of Alabama has already made this clear, not only through its elections, but through its elected officials who have repeatedly said we do not want more restrictions on personal firearms. Yet here we are again, watching as a sheriff is saying, well, what about if we just have restrictions on people who are under 21 using firearms? What part of no do you not understand? We've all made this very clear. These restrictions are not something the people of the great state of Alabama want, and there is no evidence that this will make anyone safer. Now, the argument this sheriff is making is that gang members and young people who are using firearms won't do so if they're supposed to go and get them registered, because that's what would stop them from committing crimes. I was going to commit a crime, but I had to go register my gun first, so I didn't do that. You understand that's kind of idiotic, and I don't expect any lawmakers to hear that and go, yeah, that's a great idea, who have the power to actually do anything. Now, I'm not suggesting this is like some sort of conspiracy, though, because Alabama Reflector, an organization put together by Brian Lyman, the man with the greatest name in Alabama journalism, because the man is a pathological liar, is filled with such silliness that he talks about hunters who use single-shot rifles, which do not exist. This is not the olden times. Aren't using muskets. And the whole thing is moronic for him to even suggest. Almost every single weapon used in America is semi-automatic, and the guy doesn't even understand, but we're supposed to listen to him. Well, he starts up another crusade to try some form of gun control that they're never going to get done. Find me a lawmaker, a Republican lawmaker, who's going to get behind this. Just find me one, and then let's have the conversation. But there is no reason for us to be regularly having this conversation over and over and over again when they know there is absolutely no chance of it getting done. It is just an excuse being made by sheriffs and police chiefs across the state who cannot get their municipalities under control. And if you could get your municipalities under control, maybe we would listen to you when the time comes to have a conversation about this. But the simple fact of the matter is, that's what this is all about. It's not actually about getting some legislation passed, because we all know that's not going to happen. There is no evidence that making people like me register my concealed carry right with the government makes anyone safer. None. And they're going to continue trying to push this because I don't think they have any answers anywhere else. But let me help you out here. No, it's not going to happen.